EP27 opening English. In a war without gunfire. Codes replace bullets. And silence becomes the deadliest weapon. What begins as a cyberattack quickly reveals something far more dangerous. A hidden command, buried inside art itself. Tonight, a single file will expose a betrayal years in the making. And a name that was never meant to be found. This is not just a hack. This is an infiltration. This is episode 27. At last, the Operation Division's cipher code is secured. Above the Yuljiro overpass, a National Intelligence Service vehicle raced forward with its siren screaming. Beside Juntae, who was gripping the steering wheel. Dae-Bom hurriedly checked the news. On an outdoor electronic billboard, an emergency. Breaking news report about the hacking of the blue-chip game company was being broadcast. MCR-TV News. Today, blue-chip, the nation's #1 game company, was hacked by unidentified attackers. The Cyber Investigation Unit of the police has provisionally concluded through IP tracing that the attack originated in China, with strong links to North Korea. The purpose of this attack was clearly system destruction, and highly advanced non-detection tools were used. Zhong'an Broadcasting. The Agency for Defense Development has assessed that North Korea's information warfare capabilities have reached a level comparable to that of the US CIA. Accordingly, South Korea and the United States have signed a Memorandum of Understanding to strengthen joint cyber defense capabilities. Dae-Bom clenched his teeth. First El Dorado, and now Blue Chip. This isn't simple competition anymore. This is an all-out cyber war. Juntae nodded. Incheon Airport entry records are confirmed. Park Tae-sik just returned from Dandong, China. Right. This is revenge. His company was hacked, so he joined hands with the North and struck back. There's a high chance it's all connected. The Dandong meeting, North Korean hackers, and even Baek Chun-bong. From the Operations Division, let's go to the NIS Cybersecurity Center. Right now, the vehicle accelerated, cutting through the fog-filled streets of Seoul at night. National Intelligence Service Cybersecurity Center. On the beam projector screen, organizational charts of North Korean hacker groups operating in Dandong and detailed hacking analysis data were displayed. Agent Lee Ho-jin continued his briefing in front of Director Cho and Dae-Bom. This hacking incident is believed to have been carried out by a North Korean hacker organization based in Dandong, China. IP tracing shows that more than 10 identical bandwidth ranges were used interchangeably. And due to the use of rootkit programs, Even detecting the intrusion itself was nearly impossible. A rootkit that's an extremely sophisticated attack. Yes, sir. In addition, a back door has been installed, making further intrusions possible at any time. Director Cho's brow furrowed deeply. They're already at war. A war where code is fired instead of weapons. Li Ho-jin pointed to the screen. This is the fake trading company in Dandong identified as the hacking base. Outwardly, it appears to be a legitimate trading firm. But inside, it is a fully equipped cyber hacking facility. Daebom added. That organization belongs to the Ryungnaedo Information Center under North Korea's office. 39 The financial management line for Kim Jong-un's slush funds. Then this isn't just hacking. It's a systematic foreign currency earning operation. That's correct. Recently, they've been working with illegal websites, distributing advertising spam, online, gambling portals, and malicious email campaigns promoting adult content. Director Cho ground his teeth. In short, they're sleeping with the enemy. They'll work with anyone for illegal profit. They're using China's fiber optic network directly, which makes tracing extremely difficult. What if we request cooperation from the Chinese Public Security Bureau? That won't work. We've received intelligence indicating that China is already providing cover. Behind the scenes. Disgraceful. It's as if the international community is turning a blind eye. The air in the conference room sank heavily. Dandong Hotel. Baek Chun-bong, a high-ranking official from the North's Operations Division, completed his checkout and got into his vehicle. Every single movement he made was already locked within the sight line of Black, a South Korean Black Ops agent. A low, controlled command crackled through the radio. Target has exited Dandong Hotel. Begin pursuit. The black sedan carrying Black 1 slowly pulled out of the hotel parking lot. Inside Dandong Hotel at the same moment, the hotel manager quietly slipped into Baek Chun-bong's room and opened his laptop. He connected a USB drive and began copying a classified data file. The data transfer speed was slower than expected. Anxiety was written all over his face. Meanwhile, Baek Chun-bong, having finished a business dinner, was already on his way back to the hotel. The elevator was rising. Just in time, the manager completed the transfer, restored the laptop exactly as it had been, and slipped out of the room. In the corridor, he crossed paths with Baek Chun-bong. They exchanged a brief nod and passed each other naturally. Only after stepping into the elevator did the manager let out a breath of relief. Underground parking garage. Black 2, disguised as a parking attendant, was waiting. The manager casually handed over the USB drive along with a parking receipt. Black 2 accepted it without drawing any attention. Moments later, Black 1's vehicle sped out of Dandong and disappeared into the city. Minutes later, a strange sense of unease struck Baek Chun-bong. He opened his laptop. Something was wrong. Instantly, he ran toward the underground parking lot. But a waiting NIS vehicle deliberately caused a minor collision, perfectly cutting off Baek Chun-bong's pursuit. Damn it, what kind of idiot drives like that? As he hurled curses, the Black Ops agents were already gone. With the critical intelligence secured. On the outskirts of Dandong, a black SUV driven by an NIS Black Ops agent tore through a rural road. Behind it, North Korean pursuit vehicles gave chase. Machine gun fire ripped through the windows. Glass shattered, and the SUV swerved violently. Black shouted to the agent in the passenger seat. "Now! Get down!" The passenger ducked. Black adjusted his angle using the side mirror and unleashed arcing return fire. One bullet slammed into the driver's seat of the pursuing vehicle. The car veered wildly, smashed into the guardrail, and flipped over. Black's SUV did not stop. It shot off the rural road without hesitation. At the same moment, the passenger agent's head snapped backward. His body collapsed, drenched in blood. "Damn it, you fought hard." Black clenched the steering wheel with trembling hands and grabbed the radio. One field agent Kia. Intelligence secured. Transmitting location. Withdraw immediately. Rapid response team is en route. Dandong Hotel CCTV control room. Baek Chun-bong pointed at the footage of the black sedan escaping. "Who's that guy passing in the corridor? I've seen him somewhere before. He appears to be the hotel manager, sir." He brushed past a suspicious man. "Pause it there." "Yes, sir." Rewind. "Doesn't it look like something was handed over?" Their hands definitely made contact. "Bring him in." "Yes, sir." Moments later, the manager was dragged in and forced to his knees. His lips were split. One eye was swollen. He had clearly already been beaten. "You worthless bastard. You should know who you're messing with." "I don't know anything." "You don't know? Isn't that you on the screen right there?" I was responding to a customer complaint. "Just a routine check." "You little bastard. If you don't start talking, I'll kill you right now." "I truly don't know anything." "You really don't? Lay down plastic on the floor." "Bring the surprise gift." "Yes, sir." "A surprise gift. What kind of gift could be used to kill someone?" A North Korean agent spread a large plastic sheet across the hotel room floor. Then he brought in a small ceramic teapot. When the lid was opened, a nauseating stench of raw fish entrails filled the room. The manager, his hands bound behind him, widened his eyes in terror. "Comrade, do you know what this is?" No, I don't. There must be some misunderstanding. Gag him. He talks too much." "Yes, sir." When the gag was forced into his mouth, his struggling intensified. "These are the entrails taken from pufferfish. The kind they say are good for detox." He made a desperate sound. Only the most poisonous parts were selected. His voice was choked. He struggled to breathe. "The eyes and organs are toxic, but the spleen is especially deadly. Even in the afterlife, you won't forget the taste for a while." He groaned. Muffled cries. "Feed it to him slowly." "Yes, sir." The agent pried open the manager's mouth. The man resisted with everything he had. Bit by bit, the pufferfish organs and gall were forced into his gagged mouth. Chunks failed to go inside, sliding down his face. Slick, bloody, reeking. His breathing was ragged. "Comrade, what's the name of the poison in pufferfish again?" "Tetrodotoxin, sir." "Listen carefully, manager. Once you swallow that, within minutes your lips, tongue, and mouth won't move properly. Please save me." The manager writhed in desperation. Soon after, muscle paralysis sets in. Headaches. Vomiting. That's the sign you're crossing over. Eventually, the muscles that control breathing shut down, and you die from cardiac arrhythmia. Please spare me." His bloodshot eyes bulged in terror. With a voice soaked in tears and saliva, he pleaded, "Do you know how many people a single pufferfish can kill?" The manager shook his head frantically. "One pufferfish can kill as many as 33 people. Marco ordered it." "Marco? Just a taste and you're already spilling everything." "It's true. I swear. This teapot doesn't contain one pufferfish. It contains the entrails of 3. I'll tell you everything. Please, just spare my life. Tell it all. Every detail. Leave nothing out. I got addicted to gambling. And I owed Marco a massive debt." Baek Chun Bong stared at him with eyes full of murderous intent. NIS code decryption room. Inside the tense room, Daebom approached Black. "Did you get the USB?" "Yes. It was copied directly from an operations division executive's laptop." Cryptography specialist Lee Ho-jin opened the file and began injecting decryption code into what appeared to be an image file. Claude Monet's poppy field dream filled the screen. After several layers of decryption, The image began to fragment, and hidden text slowly emerged. Covert directives, operational reports, target lists. "This isn't just basic steganography," Lee said quietly. "It's a fully structured espionage command file." Director Cho rushed into the briefing room. "That painting, that's Monet's poppy field dream, isn't it?" "Yes. It was sent to Park Tae-sik by Black Snake, an agent stationed in Japan." The screen now displayed high-level North Korean directives. Orders to infiltrate South Korea's military and government core. Reports confirming successful penetration of the NIS. Real names of Blue House and National Assembly figures. Assassination orders targeting NIS agents. And then, the final, decisive line. Call sign Jang Eun-yang. Successful infiltration of the National Intelligence Service. Beside the name appeared a photograph. Sang-wook. Dae-bom and Yoon Jun-tae froze at the same time. This is Sang-wook, the son of the eel restaurant owner near Yongdu Bridge, right? Jun-tae jumped to his feet, shaken. "That's him. It is him. But how is this even possible?" Dae-bom couldn't find the words either. Sang-wook's father, Lee Jong-jae. He's part of a long-established sleeper agent lineage? The two men stared at each other. "First thing, we make sure the target doesn't know we're onto him." "Right. Let's turn this around and use it against them." Beauty Spy War Episode 27 ending. A shocking discovery was made in the NIS decryption room. The photograph beside the name, Jang Eun-yang, showed Sang-wook, the son from the eel restaurant near Yongdu Bridge. "First thing, we make sure the target doesn't know we're onto him." What will happen in episode 28? If you enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe and leave a like. This has been Beauty Spy War, episode 27. Thank you for listening.